As men, it is part of our nature to want to please our partner, to please our lover. And it plays in our psychology when we know that we are masterful lovers. You'll have no problem walking up to any woman when you know that you could please her, when you can have her experience ecstasy in a way that she's never experienced before. You'll have a certain swag when you know that you've got certain skill sets and consciousness and abilities that most men don't even know exist because you decided to dive deep into the world of sexual alchemy. Let me tell you how semen retention is going to help you become a masterful lover. Let me explain. Hi, my name is Nakula Das. I help men master their sex energy so they can become powerhouses both in and outside the bedroom. You want to be a powerhouse inside the bedroom, then you want to become a masterful lover. Now here's what not to do, and every guy is doing this right now, including myself, so let's just all admit it. We're watching porn and then trying to mimic that. And while there are definitely some things that you can learn there, and no doubt depending on the dynamic of the relationships you're in or your sexual relationships and lovers, is that maybe some porn-like sex is there. But there's a whole other aspect to sex that isn't described in porn and is totally left out of the scene, and it must be addressed if you really want to become a masterful lover, and that is the energetic and emotional side to sex. Sex is so much more than just a physical act and a quick rush to a quick orgasm. First of all, there are so many men who are missing out on so much pleasure because they rush themselves for the money shot. They rush themselves for ejaculation. Because that's what you see in porn. You know, I've done it too. Fast forward right to the money shot, right? I'm done. 1 minute, 2 minutes, you're done. The problem is when you masturbate like that and you constantly train yourself to look at porn like this, or to view sexual images like this, you're giving yourself a totally distorted view of the reality of sex. And this is true for most of the world. Like, you ever watch one of those home improvement shows? Let me give you a perfect example of this. Okay, one of those home improvement shows, and they're like, it's a half an hour show, right? So, you know, it's 21 minutes. And in 21 minutes, they took this house that was like falling apart and they set a plan. They started going, everything was going great. Then they had some arguments and there was some drama, but don't worry, it all worked out at the end. And in 21 minutes, you have a new house. And when they were painting, they were all like smiling, right? And then you go to actually build a house and it's like, you know, years later or whatever it is, right? You know, I think you get the point. So the world tends to give us a lot of misconceptions. And that's why one of the reasons that overall as a population, we lack persistence and willpower, and the quality of persistence, because most people actually unconsciously don't realize that they have a skewed version of what it actually takes to create something. What it takes to become a masterful lover is also going to take practice. It's not something that you're just going to happen overnight. And watching porn, while you can learn some things from porn, no doubt, and maybe you could get some ideas from porn, it's not going to make you a masterful lover because there's so much more to sex than just the raw animalistic part. For example, sex happens before you even, hit the bedroom. Sex is happening in the way that you interact in your relationship, maybe days before you hit the bedroom. It's a certain dynamic of keeping emotion and sexual tension alive. Being able to do that. Being masterful lover first means being able to create arousal within yourself and within your partner. And being able to work that. And that also means being able to help your partner unleash their sexual energy. For women, that means trying to make the situations as less stressful as possible. So that means maybe you got to earn a little bit more money so that, you're not running into stressful situations. You got to, maybe you got to get some things done around the house so the house is nice and clean And so therefore it's a nice environment where she doesn't feel stressed or overwhelmed by her environment. So stressful situations, if your partner is on some kind of medications, that could stop her libido or his libido, depending on your, the dynamic of your relationship. Things like anxiety, worry, all of this is going to kill libido. And of course, just natural life things happening, right? Maybe some drama at work or whatever. The point is that to be a masterful lover, you have to actually recognize these things, and none of these things are the things that they show you in porn. What do they show you in porn, right? The guy opens, the pizza guy knocks on the door at some hot chick who's like half dressed, is like, oh yeah, come do me in this like wild, crazy way, right? And and over time when we watch that, we kind of think like, oh, well, we forget, like that's where porn, again, there's some cool ideas, I'm not gonna lie, there's some cool ideas, some great stuff there, but what it doesn't show you is actually how do you even get your partner into a state, or yourself into a state where you're so free and open to have hot sex, right? You have to actually be in a certain state. And so that's the first thing. And then once you learn that over time, you're going to release these tensions and these breaks, and you're going to help your partner in this way, then you also want to learn to create sexual tension. And the more sexual tension you can create, the more you can build up to the bedroom. You can build up to the event. And sometimes that could build for days. Touching, kissing, talking, whatever it is. But if you can build sexual tension, then you're also going to have hotter sex, more connected sex, more open to experiences. Why? Because all of that energy, that tension, that vibrancy is going to be there. Now, this, of course, you can use that vibrancy and that sexual tension. If you create that between two of you, and then the two of you also put that into other aspects outside the bedroom, you can ignite your life. There's like power couples, right? Where you're talking about couples who consciously work together because they understand that they are a unit as one, because they're male and female. And so when they learn to work together and ignite and bond with high sexual tension, that energy is just radiating from both of them. So this is something you want to learn to create. And then when you do get into the bedroom, then you want to have some techniques and some tools. You don't want to just do the jackhammer, done. And she's not even warmed up. The average man lasts 5 minutes in the bedroom after penetration, while it takes the average woman at least 20 minutes to get into a state before orgasm is possible. Meaning there's a lot of dissatisfied women out there. Well, you become a sexual alchemist and then you can have a lot of opportunities because you can fulfill a need, right? And most importantly, you can become a masterful lover for your partner and for yourself, because not only do you experience higher senses of pleasure, but the discipline and the focus and the presence and the vibrancy that you achieve through this practice is amazing. And semen retention is the foundation of being able to create all this. Because to create sexual tension, first of all, you need to have a high sex drive so that sexual energy is running through you, so you have the energy to create sexual tension. So it's on your mind, so that when you see your partner, you don't just walk by them, but you're like, hey, hold on a sec. I need to look at you for a sec. You become sexually alive, and therefore people can feel that from you. And unconsciously, it turns a lot of people on because they don't have that in their life. Most of us are so sexually repressed that we like, you know what I mean? Like sexual tension, now people feel sexual tension and they're like, why? Because the media is bombarded with everybody's, everybody just has really like extreme views. But sexual tension, just go back to high school. Everybody had sexual tension. Why? Because everybody was healthy and open, and we didn't have all this stuff in our heads and blah, blah, blah. The brakes were released, there was no stress, right? And that's why we were fun and dynamic. But that spirit is still in you and is in every single person. So you have to learn to draw that out. And semen retention draws that out. It makes you youthful again. And as a young man, you're ready to go. And that's what you want to be. You want to have high sexual drive, but you're not a young man anymore. So you have to bring some maturity around it, right? And so in that sense, now comes the sexual alchemy practices of mindfulness, breathing, and transmutation, because now you're a man. Now you do have responsibilities. Now you do have to take care of things. Now you do have to provide and protect. And life just isn't about partying and having sex. Yeah, you can do that and have the vibrancy for it, but you also got to do the responsible things. You got to advance your career, make more money, give your family and yourself a chance at better life and better lifestyle. You got to work on your relationship, not just the bedroom, but the emotional part and the connection. You know, if you're raising kids, you got to be there for your kids. You got to do the duty of men. And that is one of the things that semen retention helps you do. It helps you become a man, both in and outside the bedroom. So semen retention makes you a masterful lover because it helps you rise your sexual energy, it helps you build sexual tension. It gives you the discipline and focus to increase your ability to take away the stresses, anxieties, and worries, and give your lover what they want in life, which is going to help them be, feel better and become more attractive in their own way and vibrancy. And then in the bedroom, you want to learn some skills, some techniques, and you definitely need to be able to control your ejaculation. You can't be a quick shooter and be a masterful lover. So what I suggest is go to the link below and take the free ejaculation control guide. You'll also get a link to the Semen Retention Army WhatsApp group. So you can come inside the WhatsApp group. You get a 7-day free trial. You can check out some of our accountability groups. Either myself or one of the leaders will reach out to you and connect with you and bring you into the fold once you're inside the group. And you'll have access to the free ejaculation control guide, which is a video training program that's, once you implement it, you're going to be able to last longer in the bedroom. And that's going to be the beginning parts of you becoming a masterful lover. And it's an ever-growing journey. There's so much to explore in this world. Thank you so much. I'll see you inside the army, and I'll see you on the next video.